Hi and welcome back to my channel. So this week's vlog, I wanted to share a question that I received a few days ago, and I promised the individual I would not mention their name or anything like that. So a couple of days ago, someone asked me, they said, Michelle, how do you deal with life when the things that you're most passionate about, you don't have anyone around you that supports your vision, your ideas, your dreams, and things like that? So I said, you know what? I want to start doing, when I get these kinds of questions, I want to start sharing them in a vlog. And so I got permission, so it was okay to do that, as long as I didn't mention any names. So let's jump right on in. Well, I had to think about that. Actually quite a bit. And the reason why I had to think about that before I could respond is because I am fortunate enough that I don't know what that feels like. I have always had family and friends, inner circle, outer circle, you name it, that support me completely, that support the decisions that I make, whether they like them or not, my dreams, my goals, my ideas, all of that. And so I don't know what it's like, what it feels like to not have people support to support me. But I had to stop and I really thought about it. And so the advice that I gave to the individual was this: sometimes you are not always going to have people there to support you, but whatever it is that you want to do, go for it and do it. Don't sit around worrying about, oh, well, no one's supporting me, so I can't do this, I can't do that. No, if this is something that you feel in your heart of hearts that you should be doing, by all means, go forward and do it, with or without that support. Now, having that support is always much better, because it just encourages you to want to push forward and make it happen. But sometimes you're not going to always have that support, and you're going to have to step out and do the things that, like I said, are in your heart of hearts to do. And while I was thinking about this, I thought about Bible study last week where we talked about how, you remember in the Bible, Joseph shared his dreams with his brother, and what happened to him, right? He ended up being sold into slavery. So sometimes you can't always tell people what your goals and your dreams are. Sometimes you just can't. You've got to keep them to yourself. And you know what? That's not always a bad thing. And I say that because sometimes keeping them to yourself can be a good thing. So when whatever it is that has been laid on your heart to do, when it manifests itself and people get to see that thing, actually living and breathing and flourishing and just the way you planned it, they're going to step back and go, oh, wow, I didn't even know that you were interested in doing this. So I said all that to say, you can't always tell people what your goals and your dreams are, because everybody's not always ready to receive it. But getting back to how to deal with it when you don't have a support system, like I said, you've got to support yourself sometimes. And it's unfortunate, and it shouldn't be that way. I support my friends, my family members. I support whatever it is they want to do. I don't care how nutty it may sound. I'm going to support it. You know why? Because that may turn out to be a great thing. And the fact that you're excited about it, I'm going to be excited about it. So I'm going to support you, because that's what you do, right? But when you don't have that support, you've got to find that support deep within you. Don't not do the thing that you feel passionate about doing because you don't have a support system. Don't do that. Now, if you just have to have a support system, and maybe you supporting you is not enough, because for some people it isn't, I would suggest that you look for groups that you can get into. And I'll tell you where you can find one. Meetup.com. You can find groups for just about anything you can imagine. Anything you can imagine, Meetup.com has it. And guess what? If they don't have it, or they don't have it in your area, start a group And I guarantee you, you will always find someone that's interested in doing the thing that you're doing, and there's your support system right there. And it's sad that, the people closest to us sometimes are the worst for us. But in some cases, like in mine, it's an amazing thing to have the support system that I have with all of the many projects that I'm always taking on. And I never hear anyone in my inner circle saying, Michelle, that's too much. You really shouldn't be doing that because you got enough going on. So, like I said, having a support system is a wonderful thing. Some people can make things work without having all that support, but sometimes people need it. So that is going to be my advice to the individual that asked. And I'm hoping you're watching this video so that you can see that I did answer your question. And my response is, if you don't have a support system, be your own support system. That's number one. Be your own support system if you don't have one. However, if that is not enough, find a group. And it doesn't have to be a big group. It could be a group of maybe 2 or 3 other people, and you all form a group. And perfect place, like I said, Meetup.com. You can find all kind of groups to get into where people are supporting one another with whatever the thing is that you're trying to do. Go that route, find a group, get in it, and there you will find all the support that you need or could imagine. So I hope that answered your question. So if any of you were thinking about, what do? I don't have a support system. You really don't need to have the support system. And matter of fact, let me stop. Let me take a step back. Because let me tell you something. If nobody else in this world supports you, let me tell you who does. I know a man that sits high and looks low that supports each and every one of us. Each and every one of us. So if nobody else is supporting you, always know that God supports you. Okay, so, and I've almost, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that, because I truly believe that in my heart of hearts. If nobody else supports me, I know God supports me, and I know that He leads me and puts me in the direction that I need to be in, and lines me up with the people that I need to be lined up with to make my visions and my dreams and goals and all that kind of good stuff come true. So pray about it, and you and the Lord can do all things. That's first and foremost. But if you need somebody that you can, talk to, that will sit and talk back to you the way I'm talking to you now, then I would suggest going to Meetup.com, looking to see if there is a group already established that's doing the thing that you want to do. And if it's not, start your own. I promise you, you will have people that will come looking for that group. Because here's the thing, no matter what it is that you're doing, there's always somebody else out there that's thinking about doing the same thing, and they're thinking, oh wow, I didn't know how I was going to make this happen, but guess what? Here's a new group on Meetup that they're interested, and these people, or this person's interested in doing the same thing that I'm interested in doing. Let me become a part of that. You may only be a group of 2. You may be a group of 3. You may be a group of 10 or 1,000. I don't know, but you can reach out to Meetup.com, start a group, or look for a group. So I hope that answers your question on what to do when you have nobody that supports you. And before I close, I want to just say this. You have got to be purposeful of staying away from negative people. I can honestly say that in my circle of influence, I have nothing but positive thinking people. Now, granted, things happen, and sometimes we may go, yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure. But as a whole, the people that I surround myself with are positive thinking people. So if you have these negative folks that don't support you, and then maybe they're thinking, oh, well, if I were you, I wouldn't do this because too many people are already doing it, or that's too expensive, or that just doesn't make any sense. Get those people out of your life. Now, if they're family, well, you can't do anything about that because you didn't choose them. They are your family. But you can remove them from your inner circle. Of course, they're going to be in your life, but they don't need to be in your inner circle. Only keep those folks closest to you that will support your goals. And I'm going to tell you something else. The people that support your craziest ideas, your craziest thoughts, those are the ones you want to keep the closest, because those are the ones that say, hey, I love this person. Even if they come up with some crazy ideas, I'm going to support it. You know why? Because it just might take off and go far. So who am I to tell somebody, girl, that sounds crazy, you shouldn't be doing that? I would never say that to anybody. I go, okay, well, you know what? That sounds interesting. Tell me a little bit more. And as you tell me, I may sit down and say, well, what if you did this? Or what if you tweak that? You see what I'm saying? But I would never sit and tell someone that their idea, their goals, or their dreams don't make any sense, or, it's not, nothing's going to come of it. You have those people in your inner circle, get rid of them ASAP. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. And thank you so much for writing that, emailing me that question. I truly appreciate it, because this is my first vlog that I get to do where someone has asked me a question. So if you have questions that you would like me to talk about on my vlogs, I'm always looking for ideas. Please be sure to shoot me an email, and I'm going to put my email address in the description box below. But my email address, I'll tell you what it is, but I'm going to put it in the description box. It is coachingwithmichellea@gmail.com. coachingwithmichellea@gmail.com. So until our next vlog, I look forward to talking to you. I love you guys. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'd be remiss if I didn't do this. Thank you if you're new to my channel. If you happen to drop by and you didn't know what to expect, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I don't want you to miss anything. I have so much awesome content coming up over the next couple of months. Well, when I say next couple of months, I mean from now through the end of the year, actually. And I don't want you to miss a thing. So until our next vlog, I look forward to, yeah, I've lost my train of thought. That's what happens with age. Until our next vlog, take care.